It is not a far thought, Wolf, to think that someday some militia shows up somewhere to do something, and then some counter militia shows up, and truly, at that point, that's how you end up in a civil war.
Trump cementing civil war. Oh, well, it's Wednesday. Oh, by the way, Malcolm Nance will join us tomorrow.
Yep.
He's on a secret mission. We can't tell you about it. We'd have to kill you.
Exactly.
Literally on a secret mission.
Literally. We will talk to him tomorrow. But Carlos Alzraki coming up. Lawrence Tribe tweets, the 5-year statute of limitation on Trump's request to then FBI Director James Comey to drop the criminal investigation into former National Security Bureau Michael Flynn expires in 6 days. Other acts of obstruction will soon be similarly time barred. Oh my God. I do not understand. Unless we're going to get a big gift in less than 6 days. This is how it starts. This is how we've gotten where we are. The 10 counts of obstruction of justice laid out were just like, we might as well give up the whole no one's above the law idea if he's not held accountable for anything. Yes.
Does the statute of limitations run out on that depending upon the last time he obstructed? Because he was
doing it.
That's the thing is he was running
so Merrick Garland's like, it's like potato chips. He'll make more.
It's like I'll
prosecute the next 20.
Just saying. I mean, take these documents to Mar-a-Lago. That's obstruction.
Yes. You know one thing there is no statute of limitations on?
What?
Paula Poundstone's Stephanie Miller addiction.
Oh dear. What's happening now?
She tweeted, the Stephanie Miller Show is available on many platforms, but I can't get most of them today. I listened on my friend's pacemaker. I had to wear a stethoscope and pretend I was concerned about her heart. Every time another Kevin called in, I said, boy, it's really ticking.
There are a lot of Kevins that call in, actually. She has a point.
Legit.
And Joyce Vance, I think, made the point yesterday that the one through line through Trump's entire life is fraud. He's just a complete and total fraud, whether it's insurance, tax, bank fraud, right? Just on an election fraud. He is. I was just looking at this late, just one story. Trump's China trade deal was a flop. And the country bought none of the additional exports it promised. I mean, literally, Karen, he is just a cheap, grifting con man. It's just, it's all a mirage, right? This particular story. Trump was hyping a trade deal he was negotiating with China. That he said would have obligated China to buy billions of dollars worth of American exports. One economist has crunched some numbers, found Trump's China deal has been a massive bust. In the end, China bought only 57% of the U.S. exports it had committed to purchase under the agreement, not even enough to reach import levels before the trade war. Put differently, China bought none of the additional $200 billion of exports Trump's deal had promised. I mean, when they still have the audacity, whether it's Mark Short, Karen, or someone else, to talk about the unbelievable record Donald Trump has, I'm like, what the actual are you talking about? He handed Biden the worst economy, the worst since ever, right?
Yeah. True to Republican form, and go figure, a failed businessman who was propped up as somehow, this success by Mark Burnett, and he defrauded contractors. And this was all in the Choice 2016 that ran on Channel 11 here, public television.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't know this. The guy, bankrupted casinos, 6-time loser, and yet these people, and it's all because they want somebody that's going to go in there and own the libs and destroy trust in government. And so, he's a grifter. He's a liar, he's a grifter, and everything that we're experiencing right now, 25% increase due to the ridiculous tariffs that he imposed, right? I mean, that went up during his administration. And then he creates and now here we are with supply chain issues and inflation going up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, honey. Love you.
Love you.
No, have you seen this new book? When Steve Bannon first saw Trump coming down the Golden Escalator in Trump Tower to announce his run, he thought to himself, that's Hitler. He meant it as a compliment, says the author of the book. He said, as a documentarian himself who has studied and admired Riefenstahl's work, Bannon saw some of the visual techniques in Trump's production. Leni Riefenstahl, of course, the German filmmaker that...
Triumph of the Will.
Right.
Yes.
Created Nazi propaganda. Right. Okay. To create the illusion that Hitler towered over everyone else around him as a figure of superhuman proportion, Riefenstahl would keep him tight in her frame, often placing him on a higher plane than his adoring subjects, the author wrote. Bannon thought Trump's entrance looked strikingly similar and that he was witnessing somebody with an uncanny sense for manipulating public perception. You know what? Remember he warned us there'd be a taco truck on every corner?
Yeah.
Well, there would have, if he was reelected, there'd be another fast
Do you
food
think they
chain
can
on
do
every
those
corner.
in trucks?
Pardon?
Can they make those? Did they have a food
I
truck
don't know.
too?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I go now to the Hitler burger, the Hitler burger, the Hitler burger. I go now to the Hitler burger to get myself my lunch.
This is where we are in
Socialist.
2022. Is someone actually said that's Hitler and meant it as a compliment?
Uh-huh.
Steve Bannon.
It was Steve Bannon that said that.